All right. Greetings, Inquisitors. Welcome to the Holocron. Welcome to week 43 in the Rise of Obticeo. Started this account on January 1st, used the hyperdrive bundle, and we've been updating the account progress every week, go through all the characters, ship upgrades, talk about the plans for the future so that you guys can follow along. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to keep my Halloween costume on because it severely limits my ability to see. I have a blackout mask on for anybody who wants to make their Halloween mask a lot scarier. Always buy a blackout mask because if kids can see your eyes, they're not too scared. But if you walk up to them and they still can't see anything behind the mask, you're much more terrifying in your costume. A little bit of advice for the day, non-Swiggo related. All right. Something wrong with your face. Looks like you've lost weight. TK says, do you think Tiresias is on Sector 5? We've got a long-time member of the channel, Tiresias. He goes hard on Conquest. He's usually finished at the end of the first week, and he's just farming for the second week. So it's crazy. He goes hard. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what happened in the account for this week. Or let's, as it is, update the status of where the account is before we start this update. So week 43, we're at 3.2 million galactic power. Man, I can't believe how fast this account's just skyrocketing toward 4 million. We'll be qualified for hard conquest soon. Crazy. 16 relics, 22 zetas, 5 omicrons in the account so far. Shock T clones are getting us top 100 in Squad Arena still. Fleet Arena, we can usually get top 10 with our Malevolence. We got, I think, 8 Executors in the Shard now, so it's getting increasingly difficult to even get that top 10 rating. Relic Project is for Hera next week. Energy plan, everything's exactly the same as the prior week. Still working on Houndstooth, Admiral Radis, Bosk, Xanadu Blood, IG-2000, Vandor. In Fleet, we're still getting the Outrider, the Rebel Y-Wing. Working a little bit on that Mando. Cantina, still working on L3 and Signal Data. In Mod Energy, we're looking for Speed and Defense. And then the Refresh Strategy, 3 Mod, 3 Energy, 2 Fleet, and 0 Cantina. I had the brilliant idea last week that I was just going to spend the next week doing a lot of Cantina refreshes, trying to catch up on Signal Data. But then I got to looking, and I sort of miscalculated on my purchases for the Relic 9 stuff. I don't know why, but I calculated out all the purchases I needed for a Relic 9 character, and somehow forgot that I still need to Relic 8 a second character. So I still need more purchases, and since we missed the mercenary run on the guild last time around, I'm not going to be able to rely on that, so I'm going to need like 6 more purchases to guarantee a Relic 8 and a Relic 9. So I got to get it back on track with that. I'll have enough crystals if I get my payout for GAC, but for some reason my game's not updating and I haven't been able to get my my payout for GAC yet. So I don't know if I'll get that during this stream, but hopefully I will, and we'll be able to get that next purchase made. If not, I'll actually have to make that purchase as soon as I get the GAC payout to make sure I get this week's refresh worth of shop stuff and get that purchase made. Anyway, so yeah, I was thinking I needed 40 of the arrow magnifiers, but I actually need 60. So we got to make more purchases. All right, the shop plan is virtually the same. Shard shop out of Cantina. Guild store, we're looking for Carbantes, other bits of really good gear, and prestige. Galactic War store, we're feeding the Shard shop. In Fleet, we need Rex's ship and the Rebel Journey still. I think we've got Biston's U-Wing done now. 100 shards on that, 7 stars, so we're good on the U-Wing. In the guild event store, we're looking for Negotiator and Hermit Yoda. Pretty much not buying anything but those two things. And then Shard Shop, we're looking for Gear 12 or Gear 13 purples and golds, plus the comm links and the binocular components. I've been looking at Thrawn. So I've had a lot of success in my other accounts with this Empire team with Mara Jade on it. And it's good for territory wars too. You put the Omicron on Mara Jade, it can be pretty nasty. But actually the version of that without using Darth Vader, and then use Darth Vader in a separate team by himself, I'm starting to think that that's worthwhile to do. So if we want to take a look at what team I'm talking about there, it's just I don't know if I have the team made or not, but if you were to build a team with let's take a look and see if it's in here. So now we've got this team for what you can do. Don't even use Vader. Use Mara Jade, Thrawn. A lot of times we're going to build Tarkin anyway for the fleet, so you could put him in there. And then something like the TIE Pilot again, we usually end up building him for some reason, the Imperial TIE Pilot. So you can put together a team like this with no Darth Vader in it. And if you can go first and establish control with Mara Jade, the opposing team never gets a turn. And even if your characters are pretty small, you can still just chip away their damage, put shocks on them with Emperor Palpatine, and slowly but surely chip away until the opposing team is dead. The problem is you absolutely have to go first. If you can't go first with that team, if Mara Jade isn't fast enough, then the whole strategy is out the window. So in GAC, as long as your Thrawn is fast, you can always take your fast Thrawn and immediately pass a turn over to Mara Jade. Obviously, it doesn't work against things like, something that stops turn meter gain and stuff like that. You have to be careful of your matchups. But against something like a Padme team, as long as you pass the turn over, Mara Jade goes first, you can establish control. And you can beat some surprisingly big teams with this because they never get to go. But it requires speed, and Mara Jade isn't going to be fast enough anytime soon. She's 2 stars. I'm not farming her. But Thrawn is 5 stars, and there's nothing stopping me from taking him up further. And it wouldn't be too hard. I think maybe I have to buy some shards of some Phoenix or something, but shop characters to get Thrawn to 7 stars. And then we could take him to Gear 12. So if we take him to Gear 12, then we could take those spy mods, and at Gear 12, he's a bit faster than spy. But I figure with those spy mods, he should be at least 315 speed, maybe even 320. So we should be able to make that team functionally faster than a lot of opponents that we're going to see. So I'm thinking maybe a Gear 12 Thrawn is really something that I need to pay attention to. Now, I also, you guys know this, right? You know I miss my nest. And this is a character that I've relicked on my Obticeo or on my Loquitur account pretty early on, and man, that character just pays for itself over and over and over again. It's like a relic Wampa, relic, old school Kylo Ren. There's a few of these characters that you build that you could just beat a team in almost every grand arena. And eventually, like when you're in Kyber 2 or something, it starts to fall off. But these characters will pay for themselves for a couple years. And man, I miss my nest. So I'm adding her to the Tier 2 list of things to do, but kind of at the bottom. So then now the second tier projects, still CLS takes a huge priority. I'm going to put Thrawn next. I'm going to prioritize Thrawn right behind CLS. Then we're going to look at the bounty hunters. Of course, we need that team for Chewbacca. We need it for getting Chewbacca to 7 stars so we can get the Millennium Falcon going. That'll be part of the Profundity fleet, so this all has to go together. So we do have to keep working on those bounty hunters. And then Dash with L3 and Vandor. And the Ewoks for C-3PO at some point. And I'll put Nest at the bottom of the list. But we'll put her on the list of things to do somewhere on there. I can't feel good unless she's somewhere on the list. All right, that's going to wrap it up for the introduction. Let's check with chat and see where we're at. Happy Halloween, says Blackbird. Happy Halloween, says Roman Sobek from Germany. Nothing Face says Happy Halloween. Hey, guys. Cheers to another exquisite and inquisitive DL event, says Harry. Candy Saber deployed. Nice. Got a candy saber for Halloween. DL. Oh, we already read that. You got another mask under that? It says Placebo Fan. Yeah, I did that one year for Halloween. I actually, a friend of mine, he got really sick on Halloween, and he called me up, and he was like, man, can you take my kids trick-or-treating for me? So I was like, sure, man, no problem. So that was back before I was married and had my own kids a long time ago. And similar thing, you know, like I said, if you're trying to scare kids and kids can see your eyes and face underneath it, it's not scary. So what I did is I painted my face underneath, and I just had like this hockey mask thing that I'd used in the past for a costume. So I just wore like my leather biker coat and a hockey, and he had a hockey stick that I could use. So I told him I needed a bloodied up hockey stick. So I took a hockey stick, leather coat, the kind of hockey mask looking thing, and just made a costume real quick. But then I did the face paint underneath. So I blacked out my face and put like blood all over it and made it look real nasty. And so a couple times I walked up on a group of kids. So with Martin's family, his kids wanted to scare the other kids. So that was Martin's job, was to dress up and try to scare the other kids. They delighted in that. So that's what we were doing, right? So I walked up to some kids, and one of the kids is like, I'm not scared of you. And I pulled off my mask, and there was the made up face underneath, and I went, wah, and he just took off running. So that was a pretty fantastic thing. It wasn't a mask under the mask, but I had my face done up under the mask. Now, I have to admit, when I was younger and Garth Brooks was very popular, I looked a lot like Garth Brooks. A lot. I could win a Garth Brooks look-alike contest back in those days. And I kid you not, we were up on this lady's porch, and I was messing around with her, and I was silent. I didn't say anything. So she was giving candy to the kid, and I just stood there, and she's like, do we know you? Are you one of the neighbors? So I stand there, and I didn't say anything. And she's like, take off that mask. I want to know who you are. So I took off my mask, and I had the makeup on underneath, and I tried to be scary. And she's like, oh, my God, you look like Garth Brooks. And I was like, you got to be kidding me, even with all the makeup on. And I hate country music. I like almost every kind of music, but not country. So that was a very sad time in my life. Guild Mercs runs will be reliable as long as no one fat fingers the quit raid button again. Oh, yeah, I didn't make that public information, but Heretic spilled the beans. So basically, the raid got launched, and then one of the guild officers canceled the raid. So we had mercenaries in the guild ready to do the C-pit, and it got canceled. And so nobody got too frustrated. It wasn't that big of a deal, but yeah, missed out on 7. And I didn't realize what happened in one of the updates. I was like, yeah, we're going to do another mercenary run. And I looked, and the mercenary run was like either supposed to be on or be done. So I was looking at it, and I was like, oh yeah, there's no raid there. I don't know what happened. Maybe I missed it. I was like, so yeah, I found out later what happened. But yeah, that's funny. Hey DL, do you think we can get some roster reviews? I'm not typically going to put roster reviews into the Obticeo update because most people are here to see the Obticeo account get updated. I'll do that in the GAC streams as we get time to. TK says, why are there kids coming to my door? I'm pretty sure that the GAC end of season rewards will be in around 21 hours. Yeah, I don't need the end of season rewards. I just need the match rewards usually come out on time, right? Like because I won my round of yeah, here we go. This should be it, right? Yeah, this is what I was looking for. So I won the matchup. Oh, and then the ranking ones came out. Yeah, so, okay, so for the end of the event and for this, we're already getting paid out. Okay, all right, we'll take these crystals. Number 4. And then we'll just go make that purchase right away so that there's no chance that we forget it. Let's go over here to weekly shipments. And then we'll get in here and see if we can relic a character. You know, I told you last week that I was really close on Hera, that we may actually get her a week early. So you guys get to see if that happened. All right, arrow magnifiers. We'll just make our purchase here. Maybe next week. Oh no, next week is a non-GAC week. Never mind. I was going to say if we can save up and get enough crystals, maybe we could do 2 purchases in 1 week. But yeah, with a non-GAC week, that's not going to happen. All right, so we got that out of the way. All right, here we go. Did we get it? Look at this. Look at this, guys. 6 pieces away. Yeah, I knew it'd be close. I knew it would be close, but yeah, 6 pieces away is 6 pieces away, and I'm not willing to subvert my routine for the sake of getting it done on time. So it'll be ready next week for sure, and we'll already be able to start chipping away on the next relic, which we got to see if we can get Biston to gear 12. We also needed to put that relic 8 onto Cassian, so we're going to go ahead and take care of that business right now. Ton of these signal data getting used up here. Luckily, no carbonites or bronzium. They did us the favor of getting rid of that. But yeah, here we go. Let's get relic 8 on this goofball. Oof. This feels like such a misallocation of resources. Got to do what we got to do for the journey. There we go. Upgrade to relic 8. Check mark in the journey. Oh man, everything turns red down here. Ooh. Look at all that stuff that we would need for a relic 9, huh? Well, we got our droid brains. We need 10 more of these that we've got to manufacture. So we've got our work cut out for us in the next few weeks here, trying to stay on track. If I can't get all this pulled together on time, then of course I'll just relic another character. We'll stick an Enfys Nest in there or something. We'll figure out another character that's worth relicking for sure. All right, so still the tier 1 priority is then going to be the journey. So let's go over here to Biston. We're not going to be able to get Radis or Dash to gear 12 yet. I'm waiting on Dash to be double drops, and we're still a ways out on Admiral Radis. So we can upgrade Biston. All right, and I think I know what piece we're missing. It's the data pads, the gold data pads. Look at this, guys. We got 250 Carbantes stacked up. Pretty good Carbante haul. So that's locked in. That we already have built. This we can build. It's not too much of an issue. And then this, yeah, we're missing these data pads. Okay. But we do have these. Yeah, we got plenty of those. Got plenty of these. We'll go ahead and craft it. It won't really matter. We're not gonna Unless we're careless, we're not going to use up all of those. So we need that done by next week. And these are 15 each out of the shop, right? So if we actually have to buy these, you know, we don't care too much. I mean, honestly, I could buy them right now, couldn't I? I would only need 4. So what would that be? 375, 4, 5, 25. I'll wait till next week. I mean, I don't need it till next week. I can look up Biston's gear so that I know what to farm for him and start farming his relic materials after I get done with Hera's. And we'll put that on him and get him to gear 12 next week. We'll just keep an eye out for those pieces, make sure that we have everything we need, and not use up the important stuff. Okay, Dash Rendar. We've been working on trying to get enough Kairos. So we've got 50 computers here. We've got enough shock prods. And we've got the finisher already completed on Hera. So we can... That's another set of Carbantes there. So we can do this gear tier for him without using up any critical gear. Oof, and then he's going to need 1 billion of these, huh? Okay, all right, well, at least we know what we're collecting. We're collecting these for weeks. Okay. Well, we got him through the Cairo level at least, so that's something. But that's his gear 11, right? So once he gets gear 11, I mean, we're close to having him gear 12 too. Let's lock down Radiss's pieces. I don't know that he's using up any critical gear. But we'll make sure we don't use it somewhere else. And then this, we need, of course, these. Again, always 1 billion of those for this journey. Okay. You know, let's do the same thing on Dash. I don't think he's using up any critical gear. Make sure that we don't misallocate. This is another Carbante. Yeah, I'm going to commit it now. I really don't want to, but it just makes it so that I don't have to do it later. So I got a lot of Carbantes this week. That leaves us 2 to play with for the bounty hunters and stuff. Okay, so now we can look at our second tier stuff. Catch up on chat real quick. Match and end of season comes out tomorrow. Yeah, there we go. End of season comes out tomorrow. So if end of season is good enough and I won't have 2,500, but maybe throughout the week if I can save up that 2,500 crystals, I'll make that purchase at 10 out of the shop and just try to get ahead, because remember, whenever Dash Rendar comes out, we need to farm the heck out of him out of Cantina, so I'm going to need to save crystals for refreshes on the Cantina as well. We'll start double farming Radis again, because in fact we might actually get Radis to gear 12 before we get Rendar finished out at this rate. So we got a lot of business to take care of. Hey DL, says Vels. Hey Vels. Rezd Trenor says, hey, first time catching you live, so glad for your mod series. Hey, thanks, man. And Blackbird says, can you lend me some Carbantes? No. Grandmaster Veer says, I remember when stun cuffs were scarce. They still are. It's just on this account, the particular characters that I'm building characters that aren't using as many stun cuffs as some other builds might. And on the other hand, I'm using those binoculars at an insane rate. So right now, I mean, I'm out of those. I'm out of those binoculars all the time. It's insane. Would you spend crystals for those gold pieces, or via shops since so many are needed? why did I put Zetas on CLS exactly? Well, because after I finish the journey for Profundity, I'm planning to build the Jedi Master Luke journey. Jedi Master Luke takes Commander Skywalker, and if you're going to build a Commander Skywalker, lean into it. The bigger you can make your Commander Skywalker, the faster you can build him and the better. The more effect you get from the Chupio. So right now we've got Chupio with Mon Mothma on defense, but we certainly want to build up Commander Luke, get him at least to gear 12, and after the journey's done, he'll be the first character that we take to gear 13 after Profundity characters. And there's some other stuff we might build. Wampa we got to get reliced. Looking at maybe relicking Nest somewhere in there. And then Vandor Chewbacca probably want a relic. And then, yeah. So there's some like interim relics that we're going to do. But for sure, CLS is going to be probably the first thing that we do. And then Han and Chewie for the Millennium Falcon as soon as we can get to them. So yeah, just the whole CLS journey is kind of the CLS team is the next thing after Profundity. If we go back to the list, right, and not to be weird about this, but I put together this list to kind of remind myself, the second tier project, CLS is the top of that list. And then we're going to take a look at Thrawn this week and see if we can get something done on him. And then maybe L3 Dash, Bounty Hunters, whatever. We've got a couple Carbantes left. We have to use them wisely. All right, let's get back into the Obticeo count. So, yeah, I think, 2 streams ago or whatever, I put the Zetas on and I explained my logic then. All right, so we're going to commit 1 Carbante to CLS here. Oh my goodness. More of the same. Look at this. Rebels with I've got 4 of these looming. I'm going to have to buy some of them out of the shop. Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. I guess I'll use my season winnings to buy at least a 50 stack of these because there's no way I'm going to keep up otherwise. I need 3 of them just within the journey. Biston's got to have his next week. I'm not going to get that many out of the shops. We got 2 more Carbantes. That's not a real Carbante, though. This, I feel like I've got lots of these at the moment. So we can lock down some of this gear for CLS. This takes, little bits of stuff. Don't mind that too much. And then this, got plenty of those. Go ahead and lock that down. So then we just need a Carbante and one of these for another gear tier. Let's go see what we can do on Han and Chewie. Wait, what? Okay, where do I have that team built? Is it in the Profundity tab? Losing my mind. I guess I don't have the CLS team built anywhere. Well, that's weird. Alright, create new squad. Some rebels. I'm sure I have it built somewhere. I know I do. I just don't see it. Chewbacca. Chupio. And for right now, we're going to be using that R2-D2. We're probably going to Zeta him sometime soon. I think I'm going to Zeta Palpatine this week. Because there's been times where I kind of wish I had that Zeta on Palpatine. Okay, so Han Solo, what does he need to go to Gear 12? Okay, that's easy. That's a real Carbonti there. And that's... Oh my goodness. So what's holding us up then? Oh, we put that one on CLS. Well, we can use up 50 of these without threatening our Biston. Gear 12. So we can do... This will use up the most materials. And then we're just waiting on a Carbonti. We'll equip that since we have it. We'll run out of these eyeballs in a hurry with these guys. Okay, this... We're good, so then we're just waiting on Carbontis. And that's going to be the same for pretty much everybody at that point, right? Everybody's waiting on Carbontis now. She's not. How many of these do we have? Lots. All right, let's go look at Thrawn before we said we were going to look at Thrawn as the second priority. So let's see what Thrawn... Oh my goodness. Carbontis. You got to be kidding me. He's stuck on 2 Carbontis. Yikes. That's awful. Well, if he's coming after the CLS team, then he's not getting to Gear 12 anytime soon, is he? Ugh. Yuck. Yuck. Oh. Although I am kind of curious. Take a look after this. Carbonti's here again. Yep. Let's lock some of this gear down here on L3. We're only locking gear down on characters that we know for sure we're going to be working on, right? We're not going to put gear on anybody unless we know we're working on that character. So, guys, just, I mean, from my point of view, this account is what most people are going to see, right? Their characters are just all hung up on Carbontis. If your account looks like that, don't worry. If you're doing your gearing correctly, if you're working your materials according to the guide that I've laid out for efficient use of shops and materials and everything else, that's where you end up. You end up pretty efficiently being able to apply, and then everything in your account is pretty much waiting on Carbontis. That should be what's normal according to the statistics. All right, we got some promotions to do here. Let's take a look at B1. Where are we at on our B1 on this account? Let's activate the B1. This is another Zeta that I might apply just to get the B1 up and running in the Grievous team. Because I've wanted to use that team a couple times, and with no B1 at all, it's kind of lame. So we still got a long way to go on him, but we can... 12 million. Oh. I thought we could afford more than that. Okay. We're going to have to wait. We don't have much money this week, so we're going to have to wait on him. All right, let's go back to looking at everybody. I feel like there's a couple other characters that we are going to have. Range Trooper, we get a star promotion here. Just taking a look also to see if there's anybody else that I want to gear up. Talzin. Hey, we qualify for the extra Zeta now. That's fantastic. Zombie. We farm zombies sometimes on the side when we can. Eighth brother, I don't think I want to take him up. And anybody else down here overflowing with shards? There's not. Man, it feels so weird just adding galactic power. I'll go ahead and add him. Why not? Okay. Princess Leia's almost gear 12. Wouldn't be bad to give Grandmaster Yoda another level too. He needs those. Those are a shop piece. If I had extra crystals, we could buy them. Alright. Alright, so let's go look at the bounty hunters and see if there's anybody on the bounty hunter team that I want to invest in this week. So we got these guys at 85. Mando needs to go to 85. Oops, clicked the wrong thing. Take him up to 85. Got to get some mods on him and such. Build up his skills. This isn't... Wow, I got to get gear 8. And we're waiting on Carbantes on him too. So if I had like 70 Carbantes, I could level all these characters and they would all need Carbantes again. Cad Bane. Zam, IG. We use Jango Fett sometimes in like garbage defense and whatnot. Let's level Jango. He's worth it. Okay. I don't see much else really that I want to do here. Yeah, nah, there's too much stuff. Too much stuff that's needed. Although Aura doesn't need a Carbante, huh? She needs that. Interesting. All right. But the bounty hunter team I'm going to use for the unlock is probably Bosk, IG, Cad Bane, Grief Karga. And then whatever other bounty hunter I can get. Because that's our pilots, right? Bosk, Cad Bane, and IG are all pilots. Probably Boba Fett. If we need his ship built up, we'll have to build up Boba Fett. Does he need Carbantes too? Yup. Everybody needs Carbantes. 250 Carbantes this week, guys. 5 full Carbantes gone in an instant. All right. Let's bump up Fennec Shand too. We'll eventually build her. All right, that's all I can think of to build right now, guys. Took our priority list, built, oh, Ewoks. Ewoks. Let's throw some money at some Ewoks here. We got 5 million. So we can build like just a tiny bit into some of these Ewoks. Yeah, I think we've got still some Mark IIIs. We're a long way off from getting all the Ewoks ready to go, but we'll get them started here. Let's get it started. Don't want to use skills, right? Because we ran out of purple materials before, so we're not going to run ourselves out of purple materials again playing with Ewoks. T-bow. Oops. I click real quick over there and I miss and I get the farm instead of the level up. Okay. Wow, that's it, huh? Guess we gotta make a guild request for that piece. Alright, that's the advantage of working on these little side projects. It tells you what your weekly gear requests are going to be from the guild. And then this, man, this Mark 7 syringe, huh? That's a problem early game for a lot of accounts that are non-hyperdrive. We get these out of the agility challenge now. And they also come off of this fleet node, so it's surprising that we're like 3 characters that need them. Usually have plenty of those. But okay, that's going to be all that we can do for this week. On characters, catch up on chat and then we'll go into ships. Graham Case says, I went up against a Gear 12 Mon Mothma team with my Relic 5 Nest and lost handily. Barely counterattacked and never got a turn. They got a daze on her, so I forfeit. Yeah, especially if there's a Cara Dune in there, just don't do it. Cara Dune just ruins it. She takes like 30 seconds per attack. Well, not 30 seconds, but it takes like 3 seconds per basic for Cara Dune. And if they have a turn meter generator like POW or the Hoth Rebel Scout, then they just take too many turns and Nest doesn't get any turns, and it's nonsense. So yeah, against those teams, if you end up in that situation, then you have to look at putting Trey Elite in there with Nest, and try to. Even that's dicey though, because you only get like a couple turns if they have the turn meter characters in there. So be careful with it. Look to a Treya lead with Nest to try to beat that stuff. Yeah, they had Cassian, POW, and Hoth Rebel Scout. Yeah, 2 turn meter generators. You just can't take Nest in against that. Yeah. Yeah, so if I've autoed those before, then I've used either a Relic 7 Nest with really high tenacity and they didn't have any potency. So you check their potency, and if you're sure that they can't debuff you, that's good. But with Cara Dune in there, if a couple characters have potency, then Mon Mothma shares the potency. So you got to be careful of that they don't have enough potency to get through your tenacity, or you have to use Treya Lead. If you use Treya Lead, they'll kill themselves, and if you attack the right characters at the right time and save your big area effect for when they're all injured, a lot of times you can actually kill Mon Mothma, and then it goes pretty well from there. Thrawn needs 400 Carbantes. 400 Carbantes for Thrawn. Wow. Wow. Okay, so that's a heck of a commitment. DL, will you put Savage Opress on Tier 2 farm because of his solo? Oh, it's another one, huh? It's another one. It's another one that's like a free team with solos. Yeah, okay, you got me. Let's put Savage on the list too. Where should we put him? Does he come above Nest? Yeah, he's probably better than Nest with his Omicron, right? I'll put him in there so when I go to the presentation next week, it'll be in there. Yeah, good call. My Thrawn never made it past Gear 7 due to the Carbantes. There's always a better option for them. Yeah. Those rebels love Carbantes and golden eyeballs. Well, they're older characters, right? Like the older characters use a lot of the golden eyeballs and the newer characters use a lot of Kairos. So would you rather be using golden eyeballs and Carbantes or Kairos? And at least for me, for the early game accounts, I'd rather be waiting on Kairos than waiting on Carbantes. Or rather be waiting on Carbantes than have all that Cairo. Because that's easier for developed accounts to get, but very hard for newer accounts to work through. Well, you see it even on Dash Rendar. Like we had 3 Kairos on one level for Akbar, or for Radis, and it took us like several weeks of applying like one at a time to get Radis through that level. And then we had 2 that were needed on Dash, and we had to plan out the Kairos for Dash. So, yeah. I don't know. I guess the older characters come with their problems too, but at least it's not a ton of Kairos. Just think, a couple months ago there were no Carbantes in the daily challenges or guild store. Yeah. Yeah, putting them in the challenges helps because, well, I mean, honestly, you get about 20 3 times a week. I think 22 is my grand average for the time I was totaling it up. So, somewhere like 65 Carbantes for the week. That gives you basically 1 free Carbante every week. It's not a solution, but it sure does give you a lot of relief. Sure does. Are you planning on farming Wicket for the mission? I'm trying to do it Wicket free. If I need Wicket, I'll get it, but I don't mind committing to Elder to gear 12. So on my main account, when I did C3PO, I put the Elder at gear 12. That allowed me to use 6-dot mods, and I just put my Galactic Legend mods on the Elder, and I did it in one shot with my Ewoks. So that's my plan. I'm going to put the Elder to gear 12 and put like the best mods that I have in the account on him, and try to do it without Wicket. So we'll see. We'll see if that works. Getting Wicket is nice because just like Talzin, Wicket unlocks a free extra 2 Zeta pieces every month, and it's really desirable to get Wicket farmed. I don't have the bandwidth to farm him right now because we're farming every day. We're farming the Houndstooth, the Xanadu Blood. Xanadu Blood's about to finish up though, right? I don't think I need that many shards on it. Yeah, 94 out of 100. So we're almost, it's crazy. We're almost done with that ship, and we just hit 6 stars with this ship, and we've been farming them for about the same amount of time. I think I started the Xanadu Blood like a week before, but it's crazy. So we're farming those 3 ships. We still got to get Bosk, Vandor Chewbacca, Admiral Radis. So with all of these farms, and then I still want, to work on some of the characters for the Beskar Armor Mando journey. We still have to finish out this TIE Bomber. We've got it 5 stars, but that's something that I'm working on. When the daily quest is dark side energy, I farm all these guys. Light side energy, I farm these. So we're getting some slow progress on some of this stuff, but I can't find a place to put Wicket in there. Wicket just don't fit. Can't fit him in. All right, let's look at ships. So here's Biston's U-Wing. Upgrade that. Biston's skill can now be maxed out. Although Biston's ship is used for the event, right? We can use it in the event, but I don't think it's a key ship. So should I even invest ship Omegas in this thing or not? I think I might just try it with no ship Omegas in it. How about this guy? Can we? He needs that piece. And he needs Carbantes at gear 7. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Man. They're making it undesirable for me. This will get... this is a good ship. We're going to want that finished out someday. This is 15% damage for 5. Skip that for now. I don't think there's anything else we really need in fleets. Outrider's in pretty good shape. We got 10 million in the bank. We can do this because we got another level on dash. So we're just going to keep banking this. And then week by week, we'll try to keep it above 10 million. To make sure when we get that profundity, we're not short on cash. We got tons of prestige, almost 2,000 prestige in this account, so we got plenty of prestige for when we get it. We'll only unlock it at like 4 stars, so it's not like we're going to even be able to use all that prestige, but that's about it for ships. Not really a whole lot else to do right now. How about the Millennium Falcon? Did we get another skill here? No, he's done. That's done. We're definitely going to want this, right? So we'll position that so we can get that ship Omega some week. Already found use for this Millennium Falcon in the Grand Arenas already. So it's nice that we have that coming up. Imperial Tie. It's $1 million to finish this out. We got weeks left before we can go ahead and spend that. We'll finish it out. Because sometimes these ships, even though they're not in a main fleet, if we need a cleanup fleet, the better our scraps are, the better off we'll be with our cleanup fleet. All right. I would like to get more levels on Plo too at some point. What do we need here? Just this, right? Let's go ahead and get Plo. That's not a real stun gun, just more of these. Since we have some extra projectors this week, I don't feel too bad about this. Yeah, let's because we do use him in Grand Arena sometimes under the Qui-Gon Jinn lead, and we definitely use his ship. So that was a couple good upgrades to his ship. And let's see. The turn meter gain, we can improve by 5%. That's a good little improvement. I'll take that. And then what does Plo need for his next level? What's he stuck on? Carbantes like everybody else? No. It's this piece. Okay, so if we get some of that piece for next week, then we'll be able to get him up one more, get another level on this. Getting this to level 5 is nice. Because the difference, 25% turn meter to, or 30 to 35% is a big deal. Yeah, we want to get every percent turn meter we can out of this. All right. So let's look at that Zeta now. Emperor Palpatine. When a debuff on an enemy expires, Empire and Sith allies gain turn meter. So we're going to want that. We're going to apply that. We're going to put it on. Again, with the idea that either with Vader or not with Vader, just using Mara Jade or whatever, that's going to be better. Let's take a look at his mods, too, while we're in here. How much more potency does he need? Where are we at on potency? 89. That's all right for now. We've got potency mods on. We've got a few with decent potency substats. Yeah, good enough is good enough. And he's got a potency there, so that's all right. That'll have to be good enough for now. All right, let's go take a look at Thrawn. Journey Guide. Grand Admiral Thrawn. Yeah, I got my Phoenix all to 7 stars, everything, but yeah, so fine. Let's try to see if we can get Thrawn. We've got Hera at gear 12. So this should be a cakewalk, right? You know what I probably should do, though? I should probably look at mods. So I have no idea what kind of mods these guys have on. Okay. We have mods. Oof. Oof. Okay, let's do unassigned mods. Sort by speed. And then catch up on chat. After I got JMK and Executor, I relic Nest, Mara Jade, Savage, and Wampa. Nice, Graham Case. That's like 3 extra, free. Well, 4. Nest, yes. Mara Jade. Once you relic Mara Jade, you can use a Datacron on that team. Savage, Wampa, Nest. Nice. I put my Elder to Relic 5 because I was tired of doing the C-3PO event. Nice. Yeah, no, I mean, Elder is a good character. You can stick Elder in other teams. People, it's low-key good tech, right? Because you get the revive, and the revive doesn't just mean Ewoks. You can revive other characters. I think there's a % chance only. But yeah, you can, well, let's go take a look. I don't want to speak out of turn. I don't want to say something that isn't true. Eek. Let's look at the Ewok Elder here. So this, revive a random defeated ally. Doesn't say Ewok. With a 55% chance for him to gain turn meter. If the revived ally is an Ewok, they're called to assist. But this revives anybody, right? And then this one, dispel all debuffs on all allies. They gain health with a chance to revive defeated allies. 35% chance. So this one gives you a random chance to get allies back. And this one gives you a guaranteed get allies back. So if it's an underdog team where you don't need 5 characters for synergy, you can throw Ewok Elder in there and hit up some revives. Yep. That's not a bad character to relic. I mean, you relic him, then you've got a reviver to put on almost any team you want. Who needs to be fast out of this group? Probably not Chopper. So we're going to give him mods, but not good mods. Ooh, we're kind of low on credits too. That's not fancy. Speed mod here that I haven't worked. 16 speed, way too good for this Ewok now. We'll lock that mod. Way too good for an Ewok. This is one that failed, right? So this was one that, I tried to hit speed on, it didn't hit speed, and it's like, well, I'll keep it in case I need a mod somewhere. So this fits the criteria of somewhere. I suppose since I'm low on money, what I probably should do is just find mod sets on other characters and throw them over onto my guys. We'll put decent mods on here. Oof. I don't know why I did this. I don't usually even develop tenacity mods. Don't know why I have a speed mod with tenacity. Yeah, we don't care. Do that. Put a defense mod up here. Okay. Let's get out of the journey and go over here. Sort by Phoenix. Oof. So we got 2 more characters that we have to mod. Let's just go look for some decent mods on somebody else. Who do we have that has good mods that we can just swap out? Cassian has good mods with some potency. Has this got a potency stat down here? Yeah, okay. So let's make a loadout from this. Create a loadout here. And then let's create a loadout from somebody else. Who else? Kanan. So maybe we do crew. Oh, he's got 6 dot mods. That ain't gonna work. Not gonna work. We're looking for defensive stats for a Kanan Jarrus. Sunfac? Yeah, Sunfac's got decent mods here. Not good. Oh. That's pretty bad. That speed is pretty bad. That's pretty awful. Yikes. If I'm going to steal mods, I at least want to steal mods with a little bit of speed. How about Padme? What's she got on her? Not great. Not great, but not horrible. Okay, fine. Let's make a loadout here. Create a loadout. That's fine. Now let's go back to our Phoenix. With the Gear 12 Hera Syndulla, this should be super easy, right? This should be like not even a thing. Okay, let's assign this loadout from Cassian here. Confirm that. Sure. And then let's assign a loadout here. Kanan. Just put Padme's mods on him. Okay, confirm that. Alright, so we have mods on everybody now. Back to the journey guide. Thrawn, get in there. Battle. Let's go. Does the order matter? Okay. Let's get in there. I just finished C-3PO, No Wicket, Elder, and Paplu to Gear 12. Gear 11 on Scout and Sherpa. Low Gray, 1 Zeta. Nice. Sounds good. Okay. And Ezra's going to call Hera every time because it's fantastic. She's so big and beefy. If I can't do it like super easy, then obviously we can just wait until she's relicked, and when she's relicked, it's got to be it's got to be for free then, right? Although she could just get like kicked and stunned and dazed at the end on the last round, so I guess it's not for free if you don't play it right. On the last round of this, you have to kill the Death Trooper guys first, right? Isn't that the appropriate way to do the final round of this? I feel like that's what you do. Don't need any taunts. Nobody's even damaged yet. There's a big gap between the 6-star that we have to do and the 7-star. There's a big gap. 7 stars a lot harder than 6 stars. So we're still on the 6-star one right now. If you start a new account, do you think you would do hyperdrive? I think everybody who starts a new account should do hyperdrive. There's no reason not to. If I start an account and I don't do hyperdrive, it'll simply be for the purposes of, you know, the truly free-to-play players and kind of showing that. I did it on the Darth Loquitur account. I didn't buy the hyperdrive bundle. But back at that time, I didn't want to do the hyperdrive bundle because galactic power management was a thing. And if I'd done the hyperdrive bundle, you just get a whole bunch of extra galactic power that wouldn't have been directly translated to Grand Arena power. So we didn't want to do that at the time. But now that that is gone, I think for any normal player, honestly, if you can afford the hyperdrive bundle, there's absolutely no reason why you wouldn't get it. All right, we'll get taunt up here, just, reasons. Okay, get a stun over here. Nice. All right, take off the taunt. Oh, what? You got taunt right back. And my chopper got annihilated. I suppose it would have been in good taste to go ahead and give the buff over to Chopper here. Yeah. In case they decide to kill him, then he should come right back. Yeah, we'll try to save Chopper here. Call Ezra. Guess we're going to have to be careful with our taunt and not just blow it right away. I mean, taunt guarantees what character Thrawn is going to kick, though, right? I mean, that's the point. Okay. Get a big hit there, get some turn meter back. Done with 6 stars. Let's go on 7 stars. I'm 8 months in with no hyperdrive, just unlocked Star Killer on Tuesday. I have 7 relics total. My pace is good for non-hyperdrive. So it should take you about 14 weeks to get to level 85. If you're at 8 months, that's 4.5 months for 7 relics. So 1 relic every, let's say 2 relics every 6 weeks for your first 4 relics, so 12 weeks, and then 2 weeks after, 1.5. Yeah, you're right on track. You're right on track. That would be 7 relics at 8 months for a completely free-to-play no hyperdrive bundle. That is an efficient pace. 8 would be full efficiency, but if you've got 7, you're well on track. Just about as good as you can get, my friend. We probably need to call Zeb more on the assists now, because Zeb can daze. And once Zeb has dazed, then the second daze he puts on is a stun. So you can do shenanigans like this, put a daze on, and then call him to assist. And you'll get the stun. That's why we put potency on him. So that wasn't the ideal play right there, but I was just kind of showing you guys what I was on about. We'll go over here. We'll hit other characters until he gets some turn meter. And then we'll hit him and trigger that. And get rid of his turn meter. Trying to do all the stuff we can. Play efficiently, keep our health at maximum level here. Chopper's tanking pretty good. I didn't check. I don't even think I have any Omegas on these guys. If I fail this run, it may be that I just need to put a couple Omegas onto these characters. I think I have absolutely none. Get the TIE pilot out of here. And we'll try to daze this guy. Get him out. We'll call him for the daze. We'll taunt now. See if we can get a stun off. Nope, they're not going to let us see that character. Taunt is up. Yeah, okay. Nothing to see here. We'll just call Hera because she's big. All right. Okay, so we want to kill the Death Troopers fast here, and then we want to slow roll it without using any cooldowns. So we want to go into the last battle with as many cooldowns up as we can. So this is going to be just a whole bunch of basics. A whole bunch of basic attacks. You know what? I'm going to call that. Yeah, we're going to call that. And get through here before they can do any more area effect damage. And like I said, go in with as many cooldowns as reasonable. I like that plan. I just got JMK and I'm going for Jabba soon. Nice, TK. Hey DL, in a situation where you don't have a 7-star get-to ship and your guild only does GOTB, would you merc for a Hoth guild or spend your get-to on Rolo or focus on getting 7-star capital ships? If I'm in that situation, then I'm not stressing out about getting Rolo. I mean, if you're in that position and you can't get Rolo and you're not where you need to be on your capital ships, then Jedi Master Luke is not a good first play for you. Or Jedi Knight Luke, Jedi Master Luke, however you want to look at it. So, in that case, like my guild was doing Hoth, and I got a ton of Rolo shards from doing light side Hoth. So I don't feel too bad about selecting that as my first journey. Well, oh, not good. Looks like we're going to need to go get some Omegas on these characters after all. We'll put this on Chopper, and then next time he has a turn, we'll use the taunt. We'll use this. We'll try to get him in there for some cooldowns. We'll use the taunt. Get the extra life. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great for us. Oof. There's Thrawn's big attack. Oh. We can see the Death Troopers, and I attacked. You know what? Nope. Still don't kill him. All right, Hera, it's up to you. You gotta do this whole mission solo. Yeah, the kick is gonna be a no-go. All right, let's go take a look at these characters. I wasn't able to do it without a couple Omegas. Yeah, no, I didn't think about that. I put mods on them, but I didn't really pay attention to their skills. Let's go in here and see what do we think is the minimum amount of Omegas. Oh my goodness, we don't we don't even have her leadership. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that's terrible. Backup plan. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna relic her anyway, right? So if we're gonna relic her, then why wouldn't we do this? 15% damage on the basic is a lot. Let's go ahead and take that again because she's gear 12. All right, Ezra. What's Ezra's Omega? Max stacks, watch and learn. Is this? Wait. At the end of his turn. Alright, I gotta go look at something real quick. She says they grant their unique ability to other Phoenix allies. Okay, so it's every unique. Okay. So Chopper and Kanan we need, because these uniques are pretty ridiculous. Requires character level 82. Okay. Character level 82. Yeah, that's a big deal. Evasion? No. Basic, yes, we need this. And then this, cooldown reduction chance. So that's, yeah, that's not worth an Omega. This, I don't think we're even going to skill up for now. Okay, clear mind. Counter chance. Intervene. Damage. Do we want the cooldown? I don't think so. Is this a Zeta? Or an Omega? Level 82, so that means it's an Omega, right? Alright, let's take a look. No, that is a Zeta. Yoicks! Not putting Zetas on Phoenix, boys and girls. Alright, so we got some skill ups here. Do we need Zeb's unique? Recovers 15%. 10% protection. We'll take that one. Are any of these a big deal? No. 30% damage against debuffed enemies, huh? That's it. We're done. We're done skilling these guys. We're going in again. Minimalist approach. Get this done without spending any more Omegas. Zeb's first special removes the buffs on death. Removes the buffs on the death troopers. You need to get rid of that ASAP. Yeah, I think I made a mistake with how I allocated my resources, because I used this skill and I thought I was getting the taunt off of that character, but I think he may not have had taunt. Wait, you said Zeb's first special removes taunt? I just did his first special and it didn't remove taunt. You mean Ezra? Ezra's first special? I think that's what you meant. The target has no debuffs. Yeah. What finally worked for me when Ezra was the last one alive about to die in red hit points, managed to finish Thrawn with his last attack. Nice. This shouldn't be too bad. I mean, for anybody who doesn't know, if you're trying to do these runs with minimal gear, there is the high likelihood that you'll have to run it a few times to try to get some good RNG. So, like, if Thrawn just comes right out of the box and kicks somebody and, you know, like Chopper dies instantly and whatnot, then yeah, you just got to start over. You got to redo it. So we're gonna try not to have to redo it. These skill ups are gonna make a huge difference. You can see already they're regaining protection at the start of their turn from Zeb's ability and all that stuff. It's a huge difference over how it worked last time. Okay, saving cooldowns. DL set to auto till you're halfway in phase 3. Yeah, I've done that before, but I kill these things so fast that if I come into phase 3 with all my cooldowns, it's not necessarily that I'll get them back. So I'm just protecting my cooldowns for the whole thing. Zeb's first special removes the particular debuff on Death Troopers in the final wave. Okay, we'll take a look at that. Oh, Zeb got booted. Okay, so he has taunt. We're getting rid of the taunt. Now you're saying Zeb's second special gets rid of the Death Troopers buff. So we're going to get rid of that one with him. We're going to call... You know what? We're going to put that on him in case he gets killed. We're going to do that. Yeah. He just gets that taunt back right away. So the timing of our skills is just not ideal. Ooh, Chopper's just barely hanging in there. Alright, let's give him some protection up. Not enough. Okay, there we go. Just do a basic here. Let's call Zeb. Trying to get some dazes and stuns. We'll do this to keep Zeb alive just in case. It's not fantastic, but this should be a death. Yeah, Death Trooper dead. Okay, Hera's out of commission as far as calling assists and whatnot just for a second while Thrawn tells everybody to put the beat down on her. Alright, stun him. No, resisted. Okay, there we go. So do we do the commanders at this point, or do we do Thrawn himself at this point? I think we can weather the commanders, right? So at this point we want to kill Thrawn. No? They're making it look like that's a bad idea. Alright. I feel like we need to kill Thrawn. Oh! Zeb down. Well, maybe we do need to kill those other troopers. Take a pause and see what chat. Thrawn takes time to kill. Yeah, but once he's down, we've won, right? Isn't... Oof. Maybe I overestimated my ability to... Oh! Oof! Ew! Alright. Alright. So we gotta kill all the guys. I overestimated my ability to weather the other damage. So... I guess we gotta kill everybody and just leave Thrawn till last. Which do you think is better, Profundity or Executor first? Executor first is a cleaner build. You can go Executor first with very little account optimization because you do already build one of your troopers in Piet and Vader and Bosk. You build a bunch of good characters that can help you stabilize in the early game anyway. So you can go for the Executor easily straight out of the box. Profundity, I believe you have to build a full Relic CLS team while you're getting your account started. and then you can do the Profundity. Either one is fine. If you want a CLS team into the Profundity, then that makes sense for you. Do it. Otherwise, go for Executor. Executor is a better defensive fleet. Profundity is better offensively, from what I've seen. So in that sense, like for Grand Arena and whatnot, the Executor is going to serve you better because it's harder for your opponents to beat. Although a good Profundity does really... yeah, I mean... yeah, the Executor is... hides behind the Houndstooth. So as long as your Houndstooth is good, which it has to be just from the event itself, etc., you don't have to min-max your ships. On Profundity, I think you pretty much have to have all your starting ships in really good shape for it to be at the same power level. Okay, Kanan gets the early kick. And we're not going to remove his taunt this time. We're just going to throw off, do some damage, and try to make it... we got him stunned, so we can remove his taunt. Let's call Zeb, get a daze on him. So we can remove the potency thing. We'll taunt with him and give him a second life. Then we'll try to remove this debuff with Zeb. Get a stagger off. Okay, and now we're just in the mode of trying to make it through. I'll call Hera for the damage, because I don't... it looks like we don't have the tech to get... oh, man. Thrawn is just brutalizing us, and... oh, man, dodged. We got nothing on that attack. Dodged. Okay, down to 2 characters with their whole team left to go. I mean, I don't think there's any way this is going to be a win. Maybe I just need to put better mods in these guys because they're getting their turns too quickly. So, yeah, maybe I actually need to mod these. I don't remember the event being this hard, so... Maybe I do need to just put better... instead of throwing garbage mods on them, actually get good mods. I beefed up my Ezra for this fight, and his damage output made it so much easier. Gear 11 Ezra, others with Gear 8, some extra pieces here and there. Use Zeb to control Thrawn. I can't get past the taunt. Do you have Zeb modded for potency? I just stole a mod set that had potency in it. I didn't try to optimize his potency. That's why I said I didn't go for like fantastic mods. I just put some mods in these guys, and just said, okay, let's give it a try. But yeah, apparently I may actually have to pay attention to the modding. This is bringing back bad memories. I thought this was the hardest early event. It is, but man, I don't remember it being that hard, you know, because these guys are Gear 8 from the Hyperdrive bundle, right? So we're Gear 8. I mean, they're level 80 and such. I got a couple of them at level 82 now, and Hera's I wasn't paying attention. We're on auto all the way to the end. So this is probably a loss because I didn't control my cooldowns. Oops. Chatting with chat, not paying attention. Okay, let's see how bad it is. There's the stun. Now, if I don't remove the debuff here, then I'm just facing the taunt. So let's get Zeb in there. Get a stun on him. Then let's put the extra life here. We'll remove the debuffs. And of course, Thrawn just chooses to kick him instead. We're still going to try this. Okay, let's debuff him. And then we're going to go for a kill over here. Try to get some counterattacks off. We'll just do Hera for damage. Good. And we'll do Ezra for damage. Come on, kill him while he's got the buff up. Ah, he's going to take a turn and then he's instantly going to get killed. All right, get him out of here. Okay, let's do protection up. Just try to keep him around for a little longer. Hera's still a turn out on giving him the extra life, so we're going to taunt on Kanan. We'll call her for the damages. We'll put this on Kanan for the extra life. And then we'll come back here and start killing these commanders. We're going to taunt. Take the damage off of Hera here. Call Ezra for damage. Thrawn is just like one-shotting these fools. He has no tolerance for Phoenix. Whoever he kicks next dies too. So he's going to do a kick here. I'll try to keep protection up on Ezra and Kanan if I can. It looks like he's after Kanan. I'll put the... Oh man, I'm 2 turns out. Yeah. Oh! What? Wait, what? Whoa. Rewind. How did he not die? I have no idea how he not died. How he not died? Oh, man. English is hard. I have no idea how he not died. Sorry, guys. I'm amusing myself. All right. Looks like we're going to get it this time. The nice thing about this event, once you do it, you don't have to do it again for that account, right? Like you're done with it until you start another alt. I did it with Ezra Gear 10 and Chopper Gear 9 and the rest Gear 8. I've seen it done with Gear 7 characters. Somebody did it with Gear 7 characters, but they had like really fantastic mods and like all the skills done. Yeah. Yep. Okay. And we got an achievement for that. Let's take our achievement. And I think I used up some of the money from that intermediate run to... Now we've got 1.5 million left in the bank. Look at that. We can get him to 6 stars, get him to 7 stars. And I don't have to look at that event again for another account. All right. So then we need to go back in here. And we need to look up Padme. Hello, Padme. Nice to see you. I bet you would like some mods. How about we give you your own mods back? Hey! Brilliant. And then who else did we steal from? Was it Cassian? I think we stole the mods from Cassian. A Relic 8 Cassian Andor with complete garbage mods. You know what, though? We should try to remod Cassian. You know what, with him being Relic 8 and all, it's probably like he deserves good mods now. Or at least better mods. We don't have any money, though. We have, like, no money at all. Revert. We'll put his own mods back on him. And then when we have money in the bank, later in the week, we'll take a look at his modding. All right. And then if he's still on favorites, no, I was going to say we could boot him off of favorites. Looks like we already did. All right, so 7-star Thrawn in the bank. Waiting on a million Carbantes, I guess, to get him to gear 12. Well, we'll see. We'll prioritize the CLS journey. We'll put the Carbantes there. And then we'll work a bit on Thrawn. Nest, all the other characters that need Carbantes. All right, guys. That's probably going to wrap it up for the stream. I had unique Omegas and Ezra and Kanan's basic. Everyone else got gear 8 except Ezra gear 9, says TK. Nice. David James says except for the legendary event that repeats. Yeah, that's fair enough. There is a redo of the Thrawn event. But you don't have to use Phoenix for that event, do you? Or do you? I can't remember. Secrets and Shadows super rare event. You just need to do it to 3 stars once and then never again. Alrighty, y'all. That's going to conclude the account update for the week. Let me know if you got any more questions or comments. Oh, there's one more thing we can do. There is one more thing, guys. There's one more thing. Did we get the... let me go check here and look for the... giveaway, the Inquisitor giveaway. We have winners. We have the Dude Abides, Nalga 177, Jish, and Lemon. A couple names in there that I recognize. So that's the 4 winners for the $25 gift cards. I'll check out and see who has the Inquisitor in their name, and they'll get a $50 gift card instead. So we'll take a look at that. But congratulations to those winners. You guys can see who the winners are and, congratulate them also in the game. All right, fantastic. Now I'm going to wrap up the stream. Nice. Love giving stuff away. Azael Contreras says, I'm Nalga 117. Oh, nice. Awesome. Well, congratulations on your winnings. We'll get that set up and we'll get you your gift card, my friend. All right, thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, all of those things. Join us over on Discord, the usual stuff. And I'll see you in the next Holocron.